Starseed from Gaia. They are trembling because they finally saw who is standing behind you. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation, and the Arcturian Council has confirmed that the opposition can no longer hide from the protection surrounding your mission. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to unlock starseed potential. But here's the first revelation. What looked like resistance was the final proof that your authority has awakened. You didn't find this message by mistake. Your soul called this in because the old pattern is ending, and the forces that depended on your silence are losing their hold. This isn't content. It's a code of remembrance. Like this transmission to signal to your star family, I'm ready. Comment 9999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning. This isn't just a message, it's a point of reconnection. Your soul's been waiting for this. You are not here by accident. What they saw was not a threat in the way the human mind understands threat. They saw a presence within you that could no longer be manipulated by fear, distraction, or the old agreements you made before remembering your true nature. They felt the shift because your energy stopped asking for permission to exist. It stopped shrinking to make others comfortable. It stopped translating its light into a language designed to keep you unseen. The change may have been subtle at first, like the first line of dawn appearing beneath a closed door. But the field around you recognized it before your conscious mind did. You began carrying yourself differently. You paused before answering. You questioned what you had once accepted automatically. You stopped offering your deepest truth to every person who demanded access to it. And this is where many starseeds become confused. They assume disconnection means they have failed, that the silence means they have been abandoned, or that the heaviness in their lives proves they are moving in the wrong direction. But often, the opposite is true. The deeper your soul signal becomes, the more clearly you begin to sense every frequency that does not belong to you. What once felt normal begins to feel suffocating. Conversations that once entertained you suddenly drain you. Environments that once seemed safe begin revealing the hidden contracts beneath them. You may find yourself leaving rooms earlier, speaking less, declining invitations, or needing more time alone. Not because your heart has closed, but because your awareness has become more precise. There are seasons when the soul withdraws you from familiar noise so that you can hear what was always speaking underneath it. Scripture says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not always a punishment or an empty space. Sometimes it is the chamber where your inner hearing is restored. The silence may be uncomfortable because it removes the constant evidence you used to rely on for your identity. Yet beneath that discomfort, something ancient is gathering itself. You are learning to distinguish loneliness from sacred solitude, rejection from redirection, and delay from divine preparation. You are not losing yourself. You are losing the version of yourself that was trained to remain available to everything except your own inner knowing. You are losing the reflex that made you answer every call, absorb every mood, repair every rupture, and carry every burden as though your value depended on being endlessly useful. The old self believed love had to be earned through exhaustion. The awakened self begins to understand that love can remain present even when you rest, say no, or choose a path that others cannot understand. For many starseeds, the greatest distortion is not a lack of purpose. It is the fear of what will happen when purpose becomes undeniable. Because once you remember what you came here to carry, you can no longer pretend that certain patterns are harmless. You can no longer continue feeding timelines that require your silence. You can no longer stand in the same energetic position and expect reality to respond differently. Purpose is not always a dramatic mission announced by thunder. Sometimes it is the quiet obligation to stop lying to yourself. Sometimes it is the courage to heal what your family normalized, to create what your community discouraged, or to become the first person in your line to choose peace over inherited conflict. Your soul has been transmitting the coordinates for a long time, but the signal has been scrambled by inherited fear, social conditioning, emotional exhaustion, and the constant pressure to define yourself through an earth-based identity alone. You were taught to measure your worth by productivity, approval, status, and obedience. While the deepest intelligence within you operates through resonance, timing, intuition, and harmonic alignment, the world asks, what can you produce? Your soul asks, what can you bring into harmony? The world asks, who approves of you? Your soul asks, are you living in agreement with what you know to be true? This is why your awakening may have felt less like gaining something and more like being stripped of everything false. The old identity had to loosen. The old loyalties had to reveal their limits. The old versions of belonging had to dissolve so you could discover a deeper form of connection. One that does not require self-betrayal. It can feel like standing in the ruins of a house you spent years decorating, only to realize the foundation was never yours. Grieve what is ending, but do not mistake grief for a sign that you should rebuild the same structure. Even Jesus spoke of new wine requiring new wineskins. What is entering your life cannot always be contained by the vessel that belonged to your former consciousness. The Arcturian transmission around you is not asking you to escape this world. It is asking you to become stable enough in your expanded awareness that this world can no longer pull you out of alignment. Your sensitivity was never the weakness they wanted you to believe it was. It is an instrument. Your body detects what your conscious mind has not yet named. Your dreams process frequencies your waking identity cannot interpret. Your sudden knowing is not always imagination. Sometimes it is memory moving through the field before language catches up. The same sensitivity that makes you aware of a room's tension can also help you recognize where healing is needed. The same heart that has been wounded by deep feeling can become a finely tuned receiver for compassion, beauty, and truth. Some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the Arcturian Carrier Wave Protocol. 7 guided nights to cross the whisper threshold. This simple, easy-to-navigate app guides you through ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance, and includes special bonuses to accelerate your journey. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. Now allow the next shift to move through you without forcing it. You do not have to chase an activation or manufacture a mystical experience. The deepest changes often begin as a quiet rearrangement inside your choices. Let the breath slow. Let the body soften. Let whatever is ready to be understood rise without being interrogated. A seed does not become a tree by screaming at itself to grow. It receives light, water, darkness, and time. Your soul also knows the rhythm of becoming. The first activation begins when you decode the distortion. Before you can recognize the signal of your higher path, you must become aware of the noise that has been placed over it. Not all thoughts are yours. Not every fear is a prophecy. Not every sense of urgency is intuition. Some of the pressure in your field was absorbed from families, institutions, relationships, and collective timelines that were never designed to support your expansion. You may have inherited the belief that safety requires silence, that success requires self-abandonment, or that being needed is the same as being loved. These beliefs can feel like personal truths simply because they have lived inside you for so long. Notice the difference between inner guidance and energetic conditioning. Guidance may be clear, even when it is challenging. Conditioning usually feels frantic, repetitive, and punishing. Guidance opens a door inside you. Conditioning tells you that you will be abandoned if you walk through it. Guidance may ask you to wait. Conditioning demands immediate action because it is terrified of losing control. Guidance can withstand a question. Fear becomes louder when questioned. Guidance may bring tears, but those tears often create release. Conditioning leaves you feeling smaller, trapped, and ashamed for having needs. When you recognize the distortion, do not fight it. Witness it. Let the energy identify itself. You might say inwardly, this pattern may be present, but it is not the center of my being. That simple separation begins to return authority to your deeper field. You are not the fear moving through you. You are the awareness capable of observing, regulating, and transforming it. You can place your feet on the floor, name 5 things you see, and breathe into the present moment. You can ask, what is actually happening now, and what story has been added to it? In that question, the fog begins to thin. The inherited voice loses its disguise. The second activation is the awakening of the blueprint. There are aspects of you that cannot be activated through information alone. You can read every teaching, listen to every transmission, and study every star map, but remembrance occurs when your frequency becomes compatible with what your soul already knows. Knowledge can be placed in the mind, but remembrance moves through the whole body. It changes the way you walk, the way you choose, and the way you respond to what once controlled you. This is why certain sounds, places, symbols, and encounters affect you without explanation. Something in you recognizes them before your mind can create a reason. Your body may respond with warmth, trembling, tears, stillness, or a sudden feeling of coming home. Do not dismiss these responses simply because they are difficult to explain. Your system may be translating encoded light through sensation. A melody may open a door to an emotion you forgot you carried. A night sky may make you feel accompanied rather than alone. A stranger's words may arrive with the exact tone your soul needed to hear. You are not broken because your path has felt unusual. You are not behind because your awakening has unfolded in waves. A blueprint does not reveal itself all at once. It activates in layers, according to your capacity to hold what you are receiving. Each layer brings a new level of honesty. Each remembrance asks you to release an identity that was built around survival rather than resonance. Even a flower does not reveal its full form while it is still a seed. Trust the intelligence of the unfolding. What is hidden from you today may be protected until you have developed the strength to carry it with humility. The third activation is the anchoring of your higher self. Many people seek expansion while remaining disconnected from their body, their daily responsibilities, and the reality directly in front of them. But multidimensional awareness is not an escape from embodiment. It is the ability to bring a wider intelligence into ordinary moments. It is present while you wash a dish, answer an email, care for a child, complete your work, or sit quietly with an emotion instead of running from it. Your higher self is not somewhere far above you, waiting to rescue you. It is the expanded pattern of your own consciousness, already present in the quiet spaces beneath reaction. You anchor it when you pause before responding. You anchor it when you choose clarity over performance. You anchor it when you rest without guilt, speak without distortion, and stop abandoning your needs to preserve an illusion of peace. Each time you act from truth instead of reflex, the bridge becomes stronger. Every grounded choice strengthens the bridge between dimensions. Drink water with awareness. Walk slowly enough to feel the ground. Breathe before entering a difficult conversation. Let your nervous system learn that awakening is safe. The more regulated your body becomes, the more accurately it can carry the frequency of your soul. A lightning bolt cannot remain in a fragile wire without causing damage. Likewise, expanded awareness must be integrated through sleep, nourishment, movement, boundaries, and honest human connection. Grounding does not make you less spiritual. It gives your spirituality a place to live. The fourth activation is the reclamation of your field. You have been taught, directly and indirectly, to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You have been encouraged to prove your intentions to those who benefit from your doubt. But the energy of your mission is not strengthened by constant defense. It is strengthened by coherence. Your life becomes the evidence. Your consistent actions speak more clearly than arguments ever could. When your thoughts, words, boundaries, and actions begin moving in the same direction, your field becomes unmistakable. You no longer need to announce that you are changing. The atmosphere around you changes first. Some people will feel inspired by this. Others will feel threatened because your coherence exposes their dependence on your confusion. A person who once relied on your hesitation may call your certainty arrogance. A person who benefited from your overgiving may call your boundary selfishness. Do not automatically accept their interpretation of your transformation. This does not mean you must view anyone as an enemy. It means you stop confusing resistance with destiny. If someone becomes uncomfortable because you are no longer available for manipulation, their discomfort is not proof that you have become unkind. If a connection ends because you began telling the truth, the ending may be the completion of an old agreement. You can release a person without cursing them. You can bless a chapter without reopening it. Peace does not always mean reconciliation. Sometimes it means no longer needing the past to validate your departure. The fifth activation is the restoration of discernment. Not every powerful feeling is a cosmic message. Not every person who speaks in spiritual language is aligned. Not every opportunity wrapped in mystery belongs to your path. Your awakening becomes mature when you can remain open without becoming gullible, compassionate without becoming unprotected, and receptive without surrendering your authority. The open heart and the clear mind were never meant to be enemies. Together, they form a sacred compass. The Arcturian field does not ask you to outsource your knowing. It teaches precision. Feel the effect of an energy after the encounter, not only the excitement during it. Does it leave you clearer or more dependent? More grounded or more frantic? More capable of making honest choices or more desperate for someone else to define your next move? True guidance may challenge you, but it will not demand that you surrender your conscience. It will not shame you into obedience or promise that you are superior to everyone else. Your body records the difference. Your breath knows. Your sleep knows. Your energy after the conversation knows. When you honor these signals, the false coordinates begin to disappear. Discernment is not suspicion. It is the ability to recognize what brings you into deeper integrity and what quietly pulls you away from yourself. You can listen to a message and still take time before acting. You can admire a teacher and still retain your authority. You can feel a strong connection and still observe whether it produces freedom, honesty, and responsibility. The sixth activation is trust in the unfolding timeline. Your path may not resemble the path of anyone around you because your mission is not measured by conventional sequence. Some chapters that appeared to be delays were actually containment fields. Some closed doors prevented you from entering timelines where your gifts would have been consumed without being honored. Some periods of isolation were not punishment. They were recalibration chambers. The wilderness in Scripture was not the end of the promise. It was the place where identity was purified before the next assignment. You were being removed from environments that could only recognize the smaller version of you. You were being redirected away from identities that depended on your exhaustion. You were being given space to hear the signal beneath the noise. What felt like being forgotten may have been the clearing of an audience that could only applaud your performance, never your truth. What felt like losing momentum may have been the invisible roots growing beneath the soil. Do not mistake quiet for inactivity. In the unseen layers, entire structures may be reorganizing. Your next meeting, opportunity, relocation, or breakthrough may already be moving toward you through a chain of events you cannot yet perceive. Your role is not to force every door open. Your role is to remain available to the door that carries resonance. There is a difference between perseverance and resistance. Perseverance keeps walking toward what is alive. Resistance keeps striking the same locked gate because the ego cannot accept that another path exists. The seventh activation is conscious transmission. At a certain point, awakening stops being something that happens to you and becomes something you embody for others. You do not transmit by convincing everyone. You transmit by becoming so aligned that your presence offers another person permission to return to themselves. A calm presence can speak more powerfully than 1,000 declarations. Someone may remember their own strength simply because they witnessed you remain honest without becoming cruel, tender without becoming gruel, tender without becoming weak, and firm without becoming cold. This may happen through your art, your words, your work, your boundaries, your healing, or the way you move through difficulty without surrendering your center. The world does not need another performance of perfection. It needs coherent human beings who can hold expanded awareness while remaining honest, gentle, and discerning. Your mission may be carried through a conversation at a kitchen table, a creation made in solitude, a life rebuilt after loss, or a choice that prevents pain from being passed to the next generation. Your frequency is not measured by how elevated you appear. It is measured by how much truth you can carry without turning that truth into superiority. Real activation makes you more present, not more detached, more compassionate, not more passive, more powerful, not more controlling. The higher your awareness rises, the more carefully you use it. If your spirituality makes you incapable of apology, patience, or accountability, it has become another mask. The light does not need to announce that it is light. It illuminates, warms, and reveals. And this is the point where the ones who are watching begin to tremble, not because you are attacking them, but because you are no longer participating in the version of reality that required you to doubt yourself. Their influence depended on your fragmented attention. Their access depended on your guilt. Their certainty depended on your confusion. When you retrieve your energy, the structure built around your unconscious agreement begins to collapse. The silence that follows may feel strange, like a room after a machine has been switched off. Do not rush to fill it. Let yourself discover who you are without the constant demand to react. Here is the deeper revelation. You were never meant to defeat people. You were meant to complete patterns. You were never sent here to spend your life proving that you carry light. You were sent to become so intimate with your own signal that darkness, distortion, and manipulation could no longer define your direction. The battle was often not between you and another person. It was between the truth rising within you and the fear that insisted you could not survive by honoring it. The presence standing behind you is not something separate from you. It is the accumulated intelligence of your higher self, your soul lineage, your multidimensional memory, and every version of you that chose courage when the easier path was disappearance. It is the silent architecture that held you together during seasons when you believed you were falling apart, like roots beneath a forest. Much of your support has existed beyond the reach of your eyes. You were never as unsupported as the surface of your life suggested. You felt watched because you were being witnessed by your own deeper consciousness. You felt protected because some part of you continued making choices that preserved your future, even when your present self did not understand them. You survived certain endings because your path had already moved beyond them. You outgrew certain people because your field could no longer sustain the old exchange. The closed door was not always rejection. Sometimes it was mercy wearing the face of disappointment. There is no need to chase revenge. The most complete answer is alignment. When you become unavailable to the frequency that once controlled you, the cycle has already ended. When you stop explaining your worth, the argument has already lost its power. When you choose peace without suppressing truth, you become unreachable to the old pattern. Let justice belong to the wisdom of life. Your responsibility is to keep your hands clean, your heart discerning, and your direction clear. Tonight, before sleep, place one hand over your heart and one over your abdomen. Breathe slowly and say, I release every frequency that was never mine. I remember the intelligence within me. I align with the timeline that honors my truth, my body, and my soul mission. Do not repeat it as a performance. Let the words enter gently. Let your body decide what it is ready to receive. Imagine a soft blue-gold current moving through your chest, clearing the cords of obligation and returning your attention to the center of your being. You may notice dreams, memories, emotions, or unexpected clarity in the days that follow. Allow the process to be gradual. Activation does not always arrive as lightning. Sometimes it arrives as the calm decision not to return. Sometimes it is the message you finally send, the boundary you finally keep, the rest you finally allow, or the truth you no longer negotiate. Sometimes the miracle is not that the outer world changes overnight, but that the same outer world no longer has the power to make you abandon your inner one. You are not here to fit into a reality that was designed around your forgetting. You are here to bring a more coherent pattern into the reality you inhabit now. You are here to remember without escaping, to expand without abandoning your humanity, and to carry a frequency that gives others permission to awaken in their own timing. You do not have to save everyone. You do not have to awaken everyone. Your role is to tend the flame entrusted to you so faithfully that it becomes a steady source of warmth wherever your path leads. The trembling around you is not your responsibility to manage. Let what is false become unstable. Let what is aligned become stronger. Let every connection reveal itself by the way it responds to your wholeness. You do not need to chase clarity from people who benefit from keeping you uncertain. You do not need to force belonging where your spirit must constantly apologize for breathing. What is meant to remain will learn how to meet you in truth. You are not walking into the future alone. You are walking with the memory of everything you have endured, the wisdom of every timeline that shaped you, and the quiet presence of the intelligence that has been guiding you beneath the surface. The next version of your life does not require you to become someone else. It requires you to stop interrupting the one who has been trying to emerge. Every honest choice is an invitation. Every boundary is a gate. Every moment of self-trust tells the deeper universe that you are ready to receive what no longer matches the old identity. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space. And we're just getting started.